Hey guys, my name is Liam and you're watching Jeep Sheep TV Review Stuff. Today we are going to be talking about the TOZO NC3. Yes, this is a set of headphones. We're going to talk about headphones on a Jeep channel today, and there's a couple of reasons why we're going to be doing that. First of all, TOZO, they reached out to me. They showed me a suite of different headphones and said, which one would you like to review on your channel? And I picked these ones because they have really long battery life and they also boast noise cancellation. Both of those things were really interesting to me because I like to do longer duration travel, whether it be airplanes or in vehicles, and noise cancellation can be pretty important when you're driving something like a Jeep without doors. Now, check your state laws. Not all states allow you to wear headphones while driving, but it really could help quite a bit with just the wind buffeting. Additionally, I like to play in the garage, and sometimes I want to take a phone call or have a grinder running that's really loud and also be able to listen to music. And these headphones, I thought maybe, just maybe, they would allow me to do all of those things. And the noise cancellation might even act as a mild PPE in a way to protect my hearing in a pinch. Now, I still don't recommend doing that and replacement for something that is actually designed for that. They're not terribly expensive. I mean, these are a pretty high-end headphone with a lot of options, and I've been very impressed with how well they work, but they're only like $60. And I've seen multiple ads on Amazon where they're down to $25, which makes them affordable enough to bring them in the garage, test them out, do some work, and if they break, you're not out hundreds of dollars like some other brands might be. Additionally, and lastly, for this segment, before we get into the unboxing, is I'm actually wearing them right now. And you may notice that my speech is natural. I'm not yelling or talking as if I have headphones in. It's because they have a transparency mode, which will take the microphones and will feed the audio back in. And you can actually understand a conversation with other people while music is playing, which is pretty cool. If I turn the noise cancellation on, you may notice that I am now talking a little bit differently because I can't hear myself nearly as well. And this is more like what people would do if they had headphones in. But I can just tap it here, and now I can have a normal conversation with people without having to take the headphones out and put them somewhere. So a lot of cool options in these. Let's start with the unboxing, and then we'll talk about all of the different features you get with this pair of headphones.
Let's take a quick look at what you get when you buy a set of these TOZO NC3s. So first you get this little box, just a little guy. And I like their presentation. It's very simple, but it still looks nice. You have a couple bits of documentation that will explain to you how to do some things. It comes with a little manual and is pretty intuitive. It's well written and not terribly confusing, which is nice. Some regulatory stuffs, and then you've got some instructions on how to charge it, which is a little odd that you would have yet another instruction thing, but this actually seems to be a little bit more useful than the other one. So a few more pictures and stuff. And then the headphones themselves, oops, there's the tag, they're in here. Of course, you can see my thumbprints on there. I've taken this out and used these already. And then you will have these little yellow tags on here, which it's really important to note that you want to take those off and then put it back in the case prior to trying to connect to your phone. So you see here, it will come fully charged. Mine I've been using, and it recognized that the headphone was inserted. But don't make the mistake of taking these off, plopping them in your ears and going, why don't they work? Because what they need to do is they need to recognize they've been removed from their charging case for them to enter pairing mode. So that way you can connect with your phone. So you can just put that back in the case until you're ready to start using it. Then you get a charging cable, just a simple, really short USB-C. And a variety pack of the earbud rubber material for your various sized ears. Okay, so now that you have taken everything apart and made a mess of your table, you have the headphones themselves. So inside here, this charging case has an internal battery. You charge it back here, and there is one button on the back, which if you press it, the screen will turn on. It'll show you the status. These are battery indicators for the headphones independently, and then the 43 is the actual battery case, how much charge it has left. I have been using these for a few days, and I'm only down to 43%, which I think is pretty good. When you remove the headphones, you'll notice there's no buttons on them, but this area here is touch sensitive, so you can actually tap that for various controls. In the instructions, it lays that out for you. So it says, 1 tap, play pause, 2 taps is next song, and so on and so forth. The left earbud will allow you to turn on and off your noise cancellation, and then there's a couple more options in the phone app as well. Volume up and down is a press and hold operation. It's a little bit clunky. I do understand there's only so much they can do because we've got 1 tap, 2 tap, 3 taps, and then press and hold is kind of those are really what all you get if you're only going to do a single input, like the single touchpad on each headphone. So it's understandable, but that's probably the only thing I didn't really like about the controllability of them. They are fairly responsive though, and they do a pretty good job of getting through their settings. And they talk to the phone well. I mean, the pairing is phenomenal. They pair to the phone the moment you take them out of the case. Let's come up real close so you can see this thing. Oh, already connected. Nice. There you go. So there's something that I always do with a new set of headphones. Sorry, I'm probably talking weird. Put it in transparency. So there's something I always like to do with a new pair of headphones or stereo, and there's a couple of songs that I listen to, and we'll see how much of each song I can play before I get a copyright strike. But this is what I use to test out a new set of headphones. I pick Supremacy and Panic Station off of the Muse Second Law album, and they are just good all-around songs for testing the highs and the lows. So let's see how these headphones stand up. Let's check the next one. Okay, hey, these headphones, they support a wide range of frequencies really well, and especially when I turn on the noise cancellation, it sounds really good. Not bad. Without doing a side-by-side on a bunch of headphones and checking the audio fidelity of them side by side, I can't really tell you where these stack up, but for what they are and for what I want to use them for, they're absolutely perfect. Okay, I want to just really quickly touch on probably the main reason why I chose these headphones over their other offerings. They have other offerings that have better sound quality, that have a little bit better connectivity. Some of them boast a lossless transmission for if you're gaming. But anyway, these ones here I chose because of the battery life and because of the noise cancellation. I want to kind of try and express to you what that's like. So right now I'm in transparency mode, and I can't really show you what that looks or sounds like. The only thing you'll really notice is you get a little bit more white noise as you can hear the pickup through the microphone. And so it's just maybe a slight static. But again, if you want to feel like your headphones are not in, you could always just take them out. But the noise cancellation, I have an angle grinder right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify the audio of this video to show you what it kind of sounds like, because I can't actually pipe the audio from the headphones back into the video. So I'm going to turn this on, and I'll start with what it sounds like normally, and then I will turn on noise cancellation for you. Okay, so what we just had there is the angle grinder is more of a high-pitched noise, and the noise cancellation kind of acts like a high-pass filter. So a high-pass filter, it reduces the low frequencies while allowing the higher frequencies to come through. Basically, it takes all of the rumbly parts, which I assume is really good for airplanes, and
and then it still allows some of the higher pitch stuff to come through.
Okay, so right now I'm driving, and again, I'm reproducing this audio effect, but I'll try to show you what it looks like when I turn the active noise cancellation on. Weird, right? It's actually really, really nice to drive like this because I can hear voices and music, but I don't hear the road noise. Very cool.
I was doing a bunch of fabricating just the other day and had the headphones in, and then I actually forgot that I had headphones in instead of my earplugs that I normally wear. So they definitely worked for that. So a big selling point for me is the amount of battery life that these things actually have, because I was kind of avoiding the individual earbud style headphones for a long time because I like to use them for long periods of time without charging. Our technology's come a long way since the last time I bought headphones, and these will do 13 hours of playtime if the noise cancellation is turned off. If the noise cancellation is turned on, you have 9.5 hours. So think to yourself, am I going to be listening for 9.5 hours straight before I need to throw it in the case to charge it? With the case, I mean, I don't remember the exact numbers, but I think it was like 55 hours without noise cancellation. Hey, 55 hours if you use the case because it's got a battery in it. The other thing is if you really want to maximize that, and oftentimes I will find myself where I like to listen with just one ear. And I was kind of curious if I could answer phone calls with just one, because you'd think they talk to each other, and they do, but you don't need it. So you can do one ear in, you can run that guy out of battery, plop it back in the case, pull the other one out, put that one in, and you can still talk on calls. I did multiple calls with work where I went from one ear to the next ear. They both have microphones in them and they work the same. The only downfall of doing them one at a time is that some of the controls are split between the two ears. And obviously if you don't have a right ear control, well, that's because you don't have your right ear in. So you might have to change some settings on your phone, or change the volume on your phone, or skip a song on your phone or on your computer. But otherwise, it's fine. And it works really, really well. And they just seamlessly pair. So I have one of them paired to the phone. The other one's going to go in the case. And it didn't affect this one at all. Everything is still good. And the case just started charging this earbud. So yeah, you can go, heck, I don't know, 13 hours times 2, potentially, if you do it one at a time. So that's 26 hours of playtime. And if I don't have any ability to charge at that amount of time, then that's pretty nuts.
Okay, let's take a quick look at the app. You can see that the headphones are connected and it gives me the battery life of each headphone. Then I have all my different noise cancellation modes in here, and you'll see that I have reduce wind and leisure mode. Then let's also look at EQ. This is kind of fun because you can change the equalizer settings of your headphones. See, I'm on Symphony, and it's just a bit more dynamic, but there's tons of different options in here, which is pretty cool. And then they've got a couple other options down here. This Explorer is a little weird because it's just a bunch of sounds like soft rain and white noise and whatever. So if you're into that, they've got it. And then you can always buy more products, of course. And community, people are posting pictures of their pets in here, which is kind of odd. There you go. Merry Christmas, everybody. And that's the app. It works really well, and it has a lot of good options.
So there you have it, guys. That's the TOZO NC3s. Their slogan is TOZO, just for good sound. And honestly, that's kind of what they do. They produce good sound. I don't want to say they just produce good sound. The noise cancellation is actually a total bonus, and you can use it without listening to music too, as just like an additional way to add comfort if you're in a noisy environment. So in that sense, I guess they are just good sound, because previously I had all of these sounds I didn't want. Now I've got sounds that I want and not a whole lot extra, so I like it. If you go down below, there's a link to buy these. Of course, do your research, but I recommend them. They're really good. And check out their other headphones because they might have something that works better for you.